Here is the list of equipment needed for a full O-ring replacement. We recommend purchasing genuine tack-wise parts to avoid tool malfunction. Always ensure you take the necessary safety precautions before starting. We recommend wearing safety goggles, gloves, and facing the tool away from your face at all times. Always disconnect the tool from the airline and make sure all fasteners have been removed before making any repairs. Prepare your work area by laying out all of the O-rings on your work surface. Use your large spanner to release and remove the top cap. Tap the tool on a wooden block or hard surface to remove the cylinder, piston assembly and bumper. Remove the restrictive plate. Store safely to the side of your workspace. Use your hook to remove the washer and trigger pin and store safely in a dish to the side of your workspace. Remove the trigger. Use your 7mm spanner to loosen and remove the trigger valve guider, trigger valve stem and large spring. Remove any O-rings which remain in the tool. Store these safely to the side of your workspace as you'll need them again later to match with the correct replacement size. Remove the small spring. You may need to go in through the top of the tool as demonstrated to remove the remaining trigger parts. Use your chosen tool to carefully push the trigger valve head and valve guider downwards. These parts will release where the trigger usually sits. Use the hook or chosen tool to carefully remove the O-rings from the trigger valve stem, trigger valve head and valve guider one at a time. Match with the correct size and replace, ensuring each new O-ring is correctly placed into position. Take care not to damage the O-rings here. If damaged, do not use as this may cause the tool to malfunction. Lightly oil. To reassemble the complete trigger, place the trigger valve head into the valve guider. Lightly oil and reassemble into the tool. Reassemble the two loose O-rings that you removed from the tool earlier after matching with the correct replacement size. Reassemble the small spring. Followed by the large spring. Reassemble the trigger valve stem by placing it into the large spring. Reassemble the trigger valve guider and fasten into position using the 7mm spanner. Reassemble the trigger trigger pin and washer. Use the hook or chosen tool to carefully remove the O-rings from the cylinder, restrictive plate and piston assembly one at a time. Match with the correct size and replace, ensuring each new O-ring is correctly placed into position. Likely oil. To reassemble, slide the restrictive plate onto the cylinder, ensuring the smooth side is facing upwards. Reassemble the piston assembly and bumper. After carefully inspecting the bumper for wear and tear, if you see any signs of damage such as tears or cracks, replace the bumper as this may cause the tool to malfunction. Guide the cylinder unit and connected parts back into the main body of the tool. Reassemble the cylinder cap and tighten with the large spanner. We recommend applying a semi-permanent thread locking solution to ensure the top cap is securely fastened. Always test the tool before use to ensure the trigger mechanism works in accordance with the manual.